All right, so next supercluster is agriculture and rural. By the way, this is sort of new in 2018. We believe that there's a lot of opportunities in the urban area, obviously, but at the same time, as much opportunities in the non-urban and rural area as well. So we're going to have Gene Rice from NTIA, and also Josh Seithman and Gabriel from University of California. So please welcome agriculture and rural area.
Great, thank you, and it's such a pleasure to be here in Portland. I'm Jean Rice. I'm with the National Telecommunications and Information Administration. We're part of the Department of Commerce, a sister agency to NIST, and I have to say we're just delighted to be a partner with the Global Cities Team Challenge. I want to especially mention Chris Greer and Soku Ri for their leadership in this whole process, so please give me a hand for them. Thank you so much. I'm also happy to be in Portland because you are looking at smart technology, but not for tech as tech's sake. You are really looking at it from a people point of view. I like to say people-centric solutions, and that looks like what Portland's doing. And that's what we're trying to do in the Smart Ag and Rural Supercluster as well. We have put together a leadership team, which I think is pretty fantastic. We have providers. We have, John Deere. We also have a number of universities, and we have cities. We are also within the cluster, we also have some tribal involvement, and we have a number of communities with nonprofits involved. And I just want to tell you a little bit about the projects, a few that are coming up. One which was kind of interesting, the state of New York is looking at with CompTIA, looking at how they can use blockchain for telehealth. And so they're looking at that as a very regional project. We also have the state of Pennsylvania Agriculture, who's looking at food sheds, and they're going over 3 states, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and of course, New York. So they're really taking a look at what can be done and what can be new. And we do hope you will join us as we go forward, looking at what the processes are. And of course, in rural areas, we have a lot of problems. First of all, connectivity. There's a really good reason why you have providers involved, but we also have to look at new dynamics, new kind of economic development processes, and look at what the problems in each of the rural areas that we're dealing with and how to solve them. So if we take a look at, like, say, workforce training, or it might be economic development, or it could be a huge problem when it might be that they have an issue with water, it could be, any number of problems. But the idea is we take the solutions and try to come up with new paradigms. And so it works as an ecosystem. So it might be a region where a city is kind of the edge city to a regional area and their backhaul. But we're trying to come up with new solutions, and we really hope all of you will join us. One of the things that we're looking at is vibrant rural communities. The groups in the rural communities, there are a lot of one-off great projects, but most of them haven't scaled. And so what we're looking with the Global Cities Team Challenge is going to help those projects scale and help us then figure out what the best practices are for each and every one of those processes. And in the interest of time, I'm going to turn it over to Gabriel Youtsey from the University of California as he goes forward to talk to you a little bit about the Smart Ag component.
Great. All right, I'm going to try to keep us on time here. All right, smart agriculture. So part of a vibrant rural community, there's lots of aspects of that. It's not just agriculture, but smart agriculture is one of the most important and interesting and beginning to be invested in areas across the rural sector. And the rural-urban interface is a very important topic. But for agriculture, increased efficiency and productivity, rural connectivity is obviously extremely important. All this ag tech is going to be ag rocks if things aren't connected. Technology to more efficiently produce food, fiber, et cetera, in our rural communities, and all the smart technology that is interested in doing that. Also the other technologies to help solve major pressing challenges in things like labor through robotics, smart food processing, and other things. Those are the things that we are going to work on and tackle. And those things are popping up, initiatives are popping up all over the country, so I'm very interested to work with all of you and hear what initiatives you are in your regions. In the interest of time, I'm going to just go over Sean. You're going to hear from Sean from the City of Independence as an action cluster, doing some amazing work in doing a regional strategy, both for rural connectivity, but also doing some really cool projects to connect up the food system with processors there. So I won't steal his thunder. You'll hear more about that. But also, I just wanted to give a plug. Join us. We're going to have a working session tomorrow where we're going to talk about some of these action clusters in more detail. But also, we'd like to get more action clusters going. We'd like to get more of you showcasing your projects, your ideas, and participating with us in creating amazing rural communities in there. Huh? 2 more minutes. Oh, we got 2 minutes. Well, Sean, say more about Independence.
I'll give a quick plug about my community. I'm the city guy, Sean Irvine, City of Independence. We're about an hour south of Portland here. As Gabe mentioned, we're doing a pilot project partnered with Intel, doing farm to fork tracking for environmental conditions and using blockchain to authenticate the information. We actually also have a great virtual situation room project going with Fireware and Team Dev out of Italy to better manage our July 4th celebration, because Independence Day and independence is kind of a big deal, and it's a bit overwhelming for us. So this is going to be a great way to leverage our fiber to the home system to better manage our event and our community. And that's probably getting pretty close to done.
One last note, I wanted to say we're going to have, Purdue University is one of our big partners, and they're doing a 10 community connectivity project as well as a smart ag project. And we're going to have our smart ag and rural workshop there for the supercluster the 6th and 7th of September. So if you are interested in that area, we would love to have you come, because we're trying to, at this point, we're trying to develop what should go in the blueprint, what should the best practices be. So we really need a lot of minds to kind of work through it. So anyway, please join us tomorrow for our meeting, and we'll be happy to see you also if you can come to Purdue. Thank you.